Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Live. He can talk about anything from high school to the pros. This guy knows the game, so you better not be half-stepping.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you.
Strap in, because Coach Hayes is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain. Go ahead and right here, right now.
Subscribe now and check out CoachHayesFootball.com.
What's up, everybody, man? We in the building. Appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe button, as well as notification bell so you're aware of all the latest content that comes out on this channel. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling tonight, man. What a crazy week in sports and what's going on around here, man. But before we get started, for all the people that's kind of just joining, I'll also let other people know the Coach Hayes Fantasy Football League is on the roll and it's riding right now, man. So y'all go ahead and join that thing right there. You see it right there. I'll put the stuff in the chat. I'll go ahead and grab that. You can put it in the chat. But if you want to join, there's 3 different leagues. There's a 25, get you 250, 50, get you 500, 100, get you 1,000. Wow, if you understand me. We pay at the buzzer. And winner takes all. So we got a lot to talk about, a little bit of time to do it. We're only 38 days away from kickoff here. But like I said, man, we got a lot to talk about. If you're interested in joining, put it in the chat. Let me know what's going on. Like I said, they're almost full. The $100 league is, let me see here. We halfway full with that league. The 25, ain't nobody want to mess with that $25 league. We only got one person in the $25 league. One person. I guess 250 ain't good enough, huh? I understand. But we only got 4 more spots left in the $100 league. So you might want to join on the end and make it happen. First come, first serve when it comes to the draft or the process. So let's make this thing work. I see you, 863 Kane. Paco, what's up, baby? How you doing, man? What's going on, brother? Beloved Senator, I'm trying to join, bro. No, you're not. No, you're not. I done gave you 100 different ways to do it. Matter of fact, mail me a check, beloved someone. Just write an old school check, man. Matter of fact, I'll take pennies, dog. Just go and send me the pennies. I'll take pennies too. However you want to do it. I'm all for it. Let's make it happen. Shock in the building said, bless up to the chat. What's going on with you? All right, here we go. Let me see who else we got in the building. We got the look at this. I'm already prepared, man. Get out of here, man. All right, and who in the F is Bot Rigs? Lord, I done been attacked. I've been cyber attacked. Hey, y'all remember back in the day, we used to come on there and they used to have a little adult chat, used to spam the chat all the time. Shout out to YouTube. They got rid of that. I guess that's why we pay 45%. They get rid of that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Let's get talking about it, man. We got a lot to talk about, a little bit of time to do it. So, as we see up here, I have LeBron is GOAT. Well, I want to play a quick little video for you guys of people celebrating the move of LeBron James from the Lakers to the Philadelphia 76ers. From coast to coast, L.A. to Philadelphia. We'll see what it's all about. Check this out, man. It's pretty interesting.
Philly, the Sixers? What? No way.
Philly! What's good, Philly? Yeah! We got Bron! Let's go! We got Bron! We got Bron! We got Bron!
We got the king, y'all. We got the king. We got the king. I'll be watching more 76ers games.
He's coming to Philadelphia. Talk to me. Talk to me. Bron is coming to the Philly.
Always be positive. Those Sixers. LeBron.
Philly.
There you have it, man. People are super excited about LeBron James coming to the Philadelphia 76ers. Here's what I'll say. You guys know I don't watch a lot of basketball, very little bit if you want to know the truth. But like I said, LeBron is GOAT, meaning not the greatest of all time. I still believe that Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. Don't argue with me. Go argue with your mama. But LeBron is GOAT, meaning LeBron is going on another team. That's what GOAT stands for. Going on another team, or Yeah, that's just what it means. Shout out to the acronym. That's it. Another team trying to purchase a championship. I don't know if that had to do with his son. I don't even care, to be honest with you. It's just out there. Everybody went nuts. Everybody went crazy about it. So I totally get it. I understand. And that's all I really got to say when it comes to LeBron going to the 76ers. But let me know, for you basketball fans out there, is this a good move? Is it a bad move? Last person I know was on the Sixers was AI. You understand? And Charles Barkley. So with that being said, y'all let me know in the chat if that's a good deal or not. I have no idea. Educate me. Coach me, y'all. Coach me, chat. Coach me. That's what I'm saying. LeBron is the GOAT. Come on, Ham. Stop it. Stop it. Somebody call in. Now, I can debate this now. I can debate. Even though I don't watch it, but I can debate Michael Jordan being the GOAT over LeBron James. Now, that's something I can do. I promise you that. All right? But other than that, I mean, I'm not saying you're a bad player by no stretch of the imagination. But the GOAT means the greatest of all time. Not GOAT, not one of the greatest of all time, right? Greatest, that means it can only be one. It can only be one. It can't be two impossible like a spade hand. One GOAT, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Next one, let's get to this clip right here. I thought this was interesting. Let me back this thing up a little bit. I brought up, I want to say last week it was about Ryan Clark being fired. He ends up going on the Pivot podcast, talking about, his firing and the process and all that went into it and so forth. And I'll play this clip right here. Shady McCoy and them guys on Speakeasy had something to talk about. And I made a reference to the firing. And like I said, in this business, if you've been fired before, you will be fired if you're in this entertainment sports business arena. And I said this before, you may love the logo, but the logo doesn't love you, right? Meaning whatever entity you work for, whether it's ESPN, a team in the NFL, college, whatever, a high school, Pop Warner, whatever the case may be. And what I brought up was, as the talent, I'll call it, you give your all. You want to put your best foot forward. You give them everything you have. You work outside the scope of your contract. You go above and beyond, right? Because you want to prove your worth. And I think two things can be true in these situations, but I'm going to let Shady McCoy talk a little bit, and then I'll kind of respond to what he has to say.
Does stuff for attention. It's a lot of them that do this. And I truly think that he's one of them. So my thing is, I just don't know how real this is. He might have real feelings. I don't know. But I've watched him over the years. He's such a social media dude. This is part of it. This is part of it.
I think honestly, though, the firing of so many different people had more to do with just them trying to make cuts. It's business. Yeah. I think Carl Ravitch was with ESPN for 30 plus years doing baseball coverage and ended up being let go in these cuts, though, too. I think it's just business. And I think they viewed him as someone that wasn't bringing as much as they felt like they needed moving forward. So
real quick, though, imagine when we got fired from Fox, they did all this, though. You just start crying and all that, and I start crying with you. Shit, we got all type of press. You know what I mean? Like, come on, it's part of the game. But when you pay somebody money like they've been paying us to be on TV to run our mouth, it's part of it. You get cut.
That's assuming the crying was because he got cut. I'm saying I don't think he cried because he got fired. I think he cried because of gratitude.
I knew this. I knew it was gonna be something. I knew he was gonna monetize this whole thing. You know what? I'm about to make this something. Yeah, we did. Instead of just getting fired like everybody else, you know what? We're gonna make some other thing. We're gonna get some clicks.
We're
gonna have million views in this joint.
As somebody that goes to therapy, how do you feel about that space, that safe space that was created?
And that's why what I'm saying is for him, I just don't know because I watched his previous patterns.
Yeah.
So let me look in your eyes because I'm not your boy, and I don't, you know what I mean? I don't, you can't tell me and it's not right or wrong. But if somebody said to you, yeah, I think Ryan Clark is a attention media, social media guy. You can see where they come from. You be like, okay.
Yeah, I think Ryan knows how to get clicks. I think he knows how to get views. I don't think it's like conniving, but
that's good enough for me right there.
He knows how to get views.
You know what I mean? But for you to say that, like, like I could tell somebody.
But I don't think that was fake.
But when you do it so much, you just don't know. You just don't know.
But so Shady, let's just say in all actuality, the tears work for clicks and engagement. What is your response? And then the tears were absolutely authentic, and he really felt like that. What's your response?
I don't have no response. I don't feel bad, none of that. Like, we all been fired.
Whether the tears are real or not, it's
hard.
You're indifferent.
James Jones just texted me. Right? Yeah. One of our good friends. We were on Fox. They fired his ass fast. They fired him so fast. Soon he left out.
His badge quit working.
Right? His badge didn't even work no more.
Yeah, that's true story.
He didn't have nobody recording. Yo, take this video. Oh, that's what y'all doing? You fired me, and then I can't get in my stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? My thing with Ryan is like, the true matter is like, I just don't know if it's real or not, because I've seen him all in action. That's what he does. That's what he do. Anything something happens, I'm gonna speak about it, because I just want to be looked at as, because I want to be accepted. So I want to look like I'm speaking on everybody's, issue.
All right, that's enough of that. So I believe two things can be true. I believe that, yes, that what Shady McCoy is saying about Ryan Clark is true. That's the world we're living in today, right? First one to upload, first one to make it happen. If you have a platform, you speak on it. I totally understand that. But I also believe, I don't believe the crying was fake, but I believe that he was hurt. And here's why I say that. Because, like I said, two things can be true. Some people like to monetize their pain. Some people don't. I think that Shady McCoy just doesn't care for Ryan Clark. So therefore, he takes this particular one-sided approach. And you can definitely see where Acho is kind of straddling the fence, because Ryan Clark is his dude, as Shady McCoy said. However, I do think two things can be true. Yeah, you could be a media attention seeker, right? Clicks and likes and bait, clicking and all that, whatever they call it. Cool. But you also could have given your all. And it's also true that other people get fired and don't cry. Yes, that's true. But they also don't have the platform that Ryan Clark has. If somebody sat down with who, I forgot the gentleman's name, he said covered baseball for 30-some years and got fired, he probably will get very emotional as well. He just doesn't have that outside entity platform that people follow, like the Pivot podcast. And, like they did a 30 for 30 on this, I guarantee those guys that have been there and put a lot of time in, yes. Also, you have to understand this piece. Understanding where Ryan Clark came from, meaning how he got to where he is. It was always an uphill battle, from being undrafted, getting that opportunity, becoming a starter at the Steelers, a captain, all of that, then becoming a media personality. Literally, he built it off of what he did. Unlike a Shady McCoy, who was a phenomenal athlete, right? Highly drafted, so forth and so on. So I'm saying all this to say that just because you are, I'm going to just call you clickbaitish, doesn't mean you can't be emotional about the situation, right? And it could be for several reasons. For himself, for the people he feel like he let down, because I guarantee that ESPN check, even though Ryan Clark is not going to go broke by no stretch of the imagination, I don't believe. However, that probably helped feed a lot of people, right? You have stylists involved, because you saw Shannon Sharp do the same thing. He got emotional. So what's the difference between Shannon Sharp when he left with Skip Bayless getting emotional? Because like they said, I gave it my all. And they have been doing it for quite some time. See, there's also two different types of people in this world. There are guys like maybe a Shady McCoy or even a Cam Newton that went onto the ESPN platforms and they did what they were supposed to do. But they weren't highly, truly invested in trying to be the best of the best, because they didn't always have to prove themselves like a Ryan Clark did. Ryan Clark may have always had to prove himself to be better than, right? And that's what makes you more invested. Like Cam Newton got his opportunity because of who he was as a true athlete, right? Shady McCoy, because who he is as an athlete. And let's not get it twisted. Shady McCoy got some clicks in him too now for the things that he says and his takes. Shout out to Shady McCoy. Hell, your name is Shady. Shady McCoy. That's clickbaitish within itself. However, I do believe both things can be true. You can give your all. Yeah, you're going to get over it. And it's just part of this business, man. You know, he did it on camera. Some people do it in their room. And it is just kind of is what it is. And whatever. So E. Brown says he wasn't fired. Well, okay. According to ESPN, there were layoffs. But like, if you watch that interview, according to Ryan Clark, he said he was fired. He was fired because the layoffs had already happened. I want to say 2 days prior to that happening on that segment. So he was in essence fired. If you want more details, go watch the interview on the Pivot podcast. Definitely make it happen. And, you know, I mean, it's just part of the game, man. Like I said, people get fired every day, B. Shout out to Ellen in the building. But people do get fired every day. Do I wear do-rags to class in college? No, you want no do-rags to class in college. Shout out to Tuskegee out there getting rid of do-rags and bonnets. But anyway, I mean, to that point right there is just one of those things. You know, yes, we're in the media world. And what's wrong with monetizing it? What's wrong with monetizing your feeling? Why do people do ESPN 30 for 30s and get on there and start crying? And of course they get paid for it by ESPN. Well, matter of fact, Shady and them boys monetizing his pain. Like, that's the hypocrisy in my eyes. Shady and the rest of those guys are doing the entire segment, maybe not the entire show, about Ryan Clark monetizing him being fired / laid off, whatever you want to call it. This is the world we're in. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Obi, what's up, baby? Good to see you on here, brother. Hope all is well with you, man. So with that being said, I mean, I think that's where we are. Let me punch on here to UNC. Now, this just kind of broke. We all know Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick was let go. E. Brown want to call it let go, fired, whatever. All right. And there you go. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. QB, thank you. Marcellus Wiley is monetizing his divorce. Come on, man. That's what it is. Think about this. These celebrities are creating reality shows to monetize their life, whether it's real or not. The Kardashians do this, follow this person. Go, that's the world you in today. It is what it is. But here's what I'll say. If Ryan Clark didn't have that platform, he would have had to go on somebody else's show and get paid for his story. For example, let's say Ryan Clark, like the other guy who covers baseball, I don't know if he has a podcast or not, but I don't think it's as big as The Pivot. Maybe it is. I don't know because I don't follow it. However, let's say Ryan Clark didn't have that. He would have had to go on TMZ or, I don't know, I guess ESPN will interview him, but one of these outlets, and they would have paid him for his story. Instead, he said, what? Let me be my own boss, cut out the middleman, tell my own story on my own platform, and I keep all of it. And I split it with the homies, Shannon Crowder and Fred Taylor. There we go. So, I mean, that's exactly what it is. Shout out to QB. Appreciate that. Hey, QB, do you remember this? I just saw this. I know I'm all over. The clip came up when you said that E. Brown had to pause Murder, She Wrote so he could call in. Bro, that's the funniest clip of all time, man. That's hilarious. But anyway, that just popped up again for some reason. That probably was 2 or 3 years ago. Anyway, let's get to this next clip on here, man. UNC is in trouble. Greeny breaks this thing down. It's not a lot of information out here to it, but hell, I'm monetizing somebody else's problems right now, and I'm only making $1.18 for it. Appreciate it. All right, here we go. Let's see what he got to say about this UNC deal. UNC places GM Mike Lombardi on paid administrative leave. Check it out.
Have been disclosed. Lombardi worked under Belichick both in New England and in Cleveland, joined him at Carolina in December of 24. He's had a few somewhat notorious moments last year, including when he told Patriot scouts they wouldn't get access to the Tar Heels program. He also boasted that Carolina would be the 33rd NFL team. They went 4-8 Last year in Belichick's first season didn't have a single player selected, and this year's NFL deals have been disclosed. Lombardi worked under Belichick both in New England and in Cleveland.
So apparently, I almost said Vince Lombardi. Mike Lombardi is the GM of UNC football. Now, again, Bill Belichick comes in highly recognized as a coach he was for the New England Patriots, right? Comes in a highly anticipated season. And guess what? They go 4-8. Okay, it's your first year. Everybody makes excuses for the first year failures. Cool. Well, this year it ain't looking too hot either. However, there are some rumors going around that a player sparked this deal. And the player, they didn't give a name, but this player in particular talked about the environment there. And that's kind of why I think Greeny said what he said about what Mike Lombardi said about the former players, Patriots, or whatever coming to participate. And so anyhow, with that being said, hold on. You shut up for that one. No, it's good. It's good. It's good. And yeah, I am. Anyway, sorry about that. That was a text. You're going to pay for that tomorrow. But anyway. Come on, man. Stay professional with it. Anyway, I got to cut my phone off because y'all be texting me, man. Oh, God. That's hilarious. Anyway, Lombardi's in trouble with this. They were saying, as a standard procedure with personnel matters, leadership, staff, and student athletes are prohibited from addressing this topic further. It has no reflection on the merits. So apparently there's something going on. I don't know if he did something, whether they were like player intimidation, maybe it was something with NIL, maybe he threatens him. I don't know, because there's a lot of lawsuits going around college football today, especially with the NIL and people being sued. We saw the FAU lawsuit happening. They sued the 4 former players. And then guess what? Asad Wasim has countersued FAU in regards to that stuff. He ends up at Purdue. But I'm just saying there's a lot going on in college football. So maybe that's what it is, but it definitely will pop out at some point. Something will leak and we'll find out. So I'm not sure. But let's get to the Eric Bieniemy part. And I think this is so unfortunate. For those that don't know, Eric Bieniemy, Colorado great football running back, went through his coaching for a long time, coached for the Kansas City Chiefs as OC. Always been a lot of rumors about why he never got an opportunity. He had some troubles way back in Colorado. I don't know if he punched somebody, hit somebody, whatever the case may be, but he never got an opportunity to become a head coach. Ends up going to the Washington Commanders as an OC. That doesn't work out. Goes over to UCLA. That doesn't necessarily work out. Now he's back with the Chiefs. And again, now it is alleged that, I'm just say alleged, but it is alleged that his son is involved in a shooting of his wife. Now I'll put this up here and play this newscast interview, and then we'll talk about it a little bit, and then we'll open up the phone lines here.
Court records show that Eric and Mia Bieniemy bought this townhome in 2023, which was the one season Eric spent as offensive coordinator of the Commanders. Well, this same townhome Sunday evening, the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office says, was the scene of a shooting in which Eric Bieniemy's son shot his own mother, Mia. This is video we obtained anonymously of the aftermath of the shooting. You can see sheriff's deputies forcing their way into the home Sunday evening. And later in this video, you can see 27-year-old Elijah Bieniemy, the son of Eric and Mia Bieniemy, being arrested by sheriff's deputies. He is accused of shooting his mother multiple times. Now, the latest information I have is that there is no clear motive that's ready to be released yet as to why this happened. We're told it was just purely a family incident inside the home of the Bieniemy family. Now, Elijah Bieniemy is in jail, and his next scheduled court hearing is not until August 31st at this time. As far as Mia Bieniemy, she was described on Monday as stable, and we're told that Eric Bieniemy, who now works for the Kansas City Chiefs as offensive coordinator, is back in the area and was by his wife's side at the hospital on Monday.
But that's tough right there, man. You know, I see Shock put up his opinion on the guy's picture. However, we don't know what happened. It's not clear what happened. But we do know that his wife and the mother of, I guess his name is Elijah Bieniemy, have been shot multiple times, but I think she's stable and she's still alive. I mean, I don't have anything to really say because there's really no information out, and it's so unfortunate. I just look at these situations, man, and you think to yourself, like, what is it, man? Like, God, dog, bro. That dude can't catch a break, man. Eric Bieniemy just can't catch a break, and it's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. Let me go ahead and throw this phone number up here. 862-799-9956, right above the College Fantasy. For all you just joining right now, again, College Fantasy is up and rolling. We only got 4 spots left in the 100. 6 in the 50, and the 25 ain't looking so great. Somebody probably gonna get their money back. But anyway, like I said, you guys make sure if you want to join in, please do so. I'll definitely put that information in there. You can just simply Zelle that payment to Coach Hayes Fantasy on Zelle, and make sure you put your email address in the memo section. If not, you just donate it to the Hayes Foundation. That's the best I can tell you. So you got to please let me know your email address so I can send you the link so you can join. All right. Also, if you want to know, it's in the Discord as well. So you can join our Discord. All the information is in the Discord as well. Here's what I'm going to do real quick for my going too far segment as people call on in. Y'all know on this channel, we Florida haters. We some Florida haters. And y'all remember last year, South Florida beat the University of Florida. And see, this is something a lot of people don't get an opportunity to see from the coaching perspective. We all know that people go into the booth, right? We all know that, you know, the coaches go upstairs, believe it or not, they're really right next to each other. So they have the same vantage point. Well, you know, team A is in this booth, team B is in this booth. And a lot of times they share the same pathway down to the field. So like at halftime, pregame, or even after the game, they meet. Now remember, you're the opposing team. You go into somebody else's house, that means you're walking through their facility. Can I just say, shout out to the University of South Florida. Them boys who like school on Saturday. They ain't have no class. When I tell you, David and Goliath, when David ran up out of that thing, letting it happen. This is the University of South Florida. Running through their hallway celebrate. Y'all check this out. The amount of disrespect, and you gotta love it. Look at this dude's face right here, man. Right here, what it say? Norm Carlson press deck. You know how loud these dudes are? I want you to look at the University of Florida staff members' faces. They are pissed, dog. Look at these dudes' faces. Look. dude right here looking like, man, y'all just gonna come in my house and not wipe your feet on the rug, bro. And this lady, she's actually in charge of escorting them. Even though she's a Gator, that's her job, to escort them to and from. Now, mind you, can I just say this last piece and I'm going to get on to the phone line. Shout out to Big Dog right here. I don't know his role. I don't know what he does. But he ain't got a book bag, a sheet of paper, a pencil, nothing in his hand. And he the loudest one in the building, dog. That means that's the same dude that started the fight at the club. And he ain't got nothing to do with it. He ain't got no reason y'all won. He just there. He ain't got no binoculars. Bro, he ain't got... You notice everybody else got book bags. They working. Look, my man got a little folder. He working. Nothing. But he got his book bag working. He got a book bag, he working. He got his book bag, he working. He got a pencil and some M&Ms, he working. He got a book bag, he working. Even Big Buddy had a book bag, he working. Oh, Lord. I done cut my camera. I'm sorry. You got to love this, man. That came across my timeline. Whew, really appreciate it. Golly, I was super excited. Anyway, let's get this phone line rocking. 862-799-9956. Let me know your thoughts on LeBron is GOAT going on another team. Ryan Clark crying, UNC in trouble, or Eric Bieniemy a shooting. Let's bring it up to Shock on the line. Talk to me, Shock. What's up?
Coach, what do they do?
Man, I'm good, man. Hey, it was kind of sad occasion until I brought up that USF stuff, but, you know, we some Gator haters.
I guess I'll go in sequence. First of all, LeBron is not the GOAT, man. Y'all need to stop that foolishness, boy.
Why not? Why not?
Because what you mean, why not?
Yeah.
Reality is reality. Reality is reality. He's a great player, one of the greatest of all time. He's just not the single GOAT. And for the record, Coach, I'm not an all-out LeBron hater. When he first was coming into the league, when I seen him in high school on ESPN, I knew he was going to be one of the greats. You can see that from day one. He is one of the greats, but he's not the GOAT, bro. He ain't even number two. And I'm going to give you a couple of my reasons why real quick. And I know all the modern-day LeBron lovers, LeBron.
Okay.
ESPN can try to push that narrative all they want. First of all, all this team hopping is flaw. Secondly, he's sticking around to pad his stats, get rings. He's just looking for every argument to compare himself with Michael Jordan. But I look at other stuff, man. Like, for example, when he was at the Heat and we lost to Dallas, I've never seen a player who's supposedly supposed to be the GOAT or in that conversation. He's not a center like Shaq. He's not a 300-pound center. Okay. You a quote-unquote skill player. You handle the ball, you shoot the ball. This man shot air balls from the free throw line in the NBA Finals, bro. You can't be the GOAT and shoot air balls from the free throw line, Coach. I wouldn't give a damn how much stats you put up and pad your stats. Man, the man shot air balls from the free throw line. I could show you clip after clip on the defensive side of the ball where the man stays his ass on the opposite side of the court all day while his teammates on the other end playing defense.
Okay.
He stay on the offensive end, just standing around. Nah, bro. I challenge anybody to show me a clip of Michael Jordan doing that. Michael Jordan went hard all the time. Another reason, he a big, strong dude, don't get me wrong. Everybody keep talking about 6'8", 260. He's 6'8", 260. But he's a finesse dude. And I'm going to tell you how I know he's a finesse dude, Coach.
All right.
Can't trick me. You can't trick me. When you 6'8", 237 pounds as a high school senior, he got recruited by Ohio State. A lot of good football teams play football too. But when you 6'8", 2 pounds short of 240 in high school, and you play wide receiver, you pie, dog. At 6'8", 200 damn near 40 pounds in high school, you supposed to be on the line of scrimmage, sacking somebody, hitting somebody, pulling tight end.
You tough.
You supposed to be doing something physical out there, not playing wide receiver. I know you pie, bro. And I'm not saying he got it in him. He's a big, strong dude, but he's just not wound up like that. He's not, bro. He's a finesse type of dude. He is. He ain't, okay, watch this. Y'all think I'm crazy. I don't know if you remember, rest in peace. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Kobe is my favorite player, Kobe and Magic. I'm a Lakers fan.
Okay.
But if you remember the Olympics when he played with Kobe, the first play of the game, Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, went in Pau Gasol's chest and laid him out. That was supposed to be the 6'8", 260 dude that did that. Well, you know why he didn't? Because he built like that. He pie. I'm telling you, he pie. He big and strong, but he ain't wound up like that. He
pie.
Bruh, he's soft.
I heard that
He
in a
pie.
minute. I heard that in a minute.
He ain't soft because he's capable of it. He's a big, strong dude, but he's just not wound up like that. That's not his mentality. That's not his. He's soft. He is. The part about the shooting the free throw, the air balls from the free throw line, his palms get sweaty. If you remember when he was at the Heat and he kicked out that pass to Ray Allen, go back and look at the end of the game, man. When the game on the line in situations like that, he gets flat. He looked like he about to have a panic attack out there, man. He ain't calm and collected like LeBron, like Michael Kobe. Them boys settled. They calm.
So here's what I'll say.
He's looking crazy in the face, like what's going on? He about to have a heart attack out there.
Right. So here's what I'll say going forward. I don't believe he's the GOAT. I don't believe he's, like you said, he's too. I'm a Mike Kobe, right, fan. You understand me? I'm a Mike Kobe. And like I said, it's only one GOAT. There's only one GOAT. Now, is LeBron in the top 10 in basketball? I would give him that. But again, I'm a guy. I'm truly a fan at this. Ain't no coaching in this. I'm a fan on the outside looking in, and really to a lot of the very same reasons you say. Because I'm just a person that I just want that killer. I want that killer in me, like you 260. Think about it, you 260. Shout out to Ray Allen in my Miami Heat. And I like Ray Allen, but ain't nowhere in the world I'm letting Mario Chalmers bring the ball down, get that thing stole 7 times before I decide to take over. Man, you got one time. But anyway, that's just me. That's what I remember. But anyway, what's your next thought?
Jealous, angry old head. Ain't nobody jealous. All the boys can make $1 trillion for all I care. I ain't mad at none of that. He just ain't the GOAT. Y'all need to just make peace with it. Get over it, man. And that's the thing about this modern era too, Coach. Like, if you don't just bow down and say he the GOAT, oh, you a hater. How is it a hater to say the man top 5 or 6 of all time?
Right.
It's been probably, I don't know how many thousand basketball players, and you say the top 5 and they call you a hater because you don't just bow down to the narrative.
Of course.
That's not hate, man. That's a big compliment. Come on, man.
And I tell you, I want anybody, Ham hit us with the hands like, whatever. I need somebody to call in. Listen, LeBron runs the NBA. GOAT. You heard what the commissioner said. Yes. Now he's the GOAT. He may be the GOAT now, but we didn't say the greatest of 2020. We said the greatest of all time. If you didn't think Michael Jordan ran, if you don't think Michael Jordan ran the NBA when he was in it, Michael Jordan, they wouldn't. Bro, the referees was apologizing to Mike for making a call. Man, sorry, Mike, I just didn't see it. So yes, I get your point, youngsters, right? The youngsters in the building, they want to say what somebody's doing. We're talking about of all time. Let me ask you a question. If LeBron, to this point, I'm not going to say eras, but if LeBron and Mike played at the same time, who do you think would have a bigger voice in the NBA? Who do you think? But I'm not talking about social stuff. I'm talking about who do you think would have the most influence with the commissioner in the NBA? Since we want to bring a who in the NBA. Come on.
Yeah, man. I already know the answer. But they're gonna stick with the LeBron argument. And another thing, Coach, it's all marketing too, because they can't market a dude who retired 25 years ago to the young generation. So of course they're gonna say it's LeBron.
Of course.
Because they gotta sell to these young kids. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna say a dude who retired a generation ago is the GOAT no more.
Yeah.
And saying that when you check out dudes like Shannon Sharp, what's the white dude with the long hair on ESPN?
Nick,
all these dudes get paid by Clutch Sports, and they get up there, LeBron, I mean, they get paid by these people. It's all crooked. It's all crooked, man. But anyhow, as far as Ryan Clark, shouts out to Ryan Clark. I'm indifferent to him getting fired. Like, he'll be all right. He got his money. He got his life. I don't think he was, I don't think he was crying because he got fired. I think he was just emotional. As far as him monetizing, quote unquote, the situation, I don't know what choice they had. I mean, they got the Pivot podcast, so he had to go on there. Channing and Fred T couldn't just sit there and not address the elephant in the room.
Right.
They had to address it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They couldn't go on there and act like it didn't happen and not address the situation. So, of course, they're going to confront it on air and talk about it and go over the situation. So, I mean, if they want to say that's monetizing, then so be it. Then why not? And why not? If the press going to talk about you anyway and air it out, why not take control of the narrative on your podcast and control the narrative and make your money? And why not? So I ain't got no problem with that. I'm indifferent to the North Carolina thing.
And think about this. Can I just say this real quick? Let's not forget how much money ESPN made off of all those guys. Even though they paid them, they made a bunch of money off of it, right? My thing is, to come to your point, you create the narrative. If not, now you said your piece about it. He didn't necessarily blame them. He said he had some issues with particular individuals. But remember, people make up entities. If not, it's just a building, brick and mortar. The building didn't do anything to you. It's the people who make up these entities that do things. But at the end of the day, that was, whether it's his truth or not, that was what he said. And my thing is this: who cares? Who cares if you want to go up there and you want to monetize it? And so that's his life. He's not benefiting off of anybody else's life. He's benefiting off of his life, right? Like, so why not tell your own story? Sure.
I'm with you. Forgive me, Coach. I just seen a comment in here saying if it's a crime to switch teams, back on that LeBron tip. I ain't even gonna harp on LeBron, but as far as that switching teams, when you just chasing rings, so he basically just trying to add to his argument to say he good as Michael Jordan. And it get corny, bro. Like, just let it play its course. If he ain't gonna get 6, he ain't gonna get 6. Make peace with it, bro. That's like Kevin Durant is one of the best offensive players of all time. But what he did when he was at OKC going to Golden State was flawed. I don't care what none of y'all new generation people say. Bro, the man had a 3-1 lead against this team. You give up a 3-1 lead in the series and lose 4-3. And then you go to the team that just beat the same team that just came back and beat you. You switch out on your teammates and go to that same team. And y'all don't think that's flawed. Imagine yourself being on an OKC team and you had a 3-1 lead on some dudes, and your best player switch out the next year after y'all lose 4-3. How can you respect that, bro? Mm-hmm. That's like going 15 rounds with Tyson in his prime, and then you don't want no rematch. Why you don't want the rematch? How you gonna run from the rematch, bro? That's flawed. Man. Come on, bro. And that's the problem with this era. Like, this is just do whatever. Man, junk's some sucker stuff, man. But anyhow, whatever. They got it their way. They call it how they see it, man. As far as Bieniemy, I said I got my little jokes about the son, but condolences to Eric Bieniemy, all jokes aside. But the son, he got some issues to me, all jokes aside. But yeah. Nah, he looked like he definitely got some issues, but it is what it is. You know?
It is what it is.
Kids go through stuff.
Yeah.
Kids go through stuff. I ain't gonna act like ain't nobody in the family that had their issues or whatever. So, sad situation though. Shoot your mama.
That's crazy work.
You know.
Yeah,
it's crazy work.
That's a little extra right there.
Boy, beloved is a legendary troll, boy. That's all. That's a man. Beloved, you a man. That's all you do, boy. This man is. I don't know if that's man or what that is, but beloved, stay trolling, boy. But no, that's about it, Coach. I won't talk
all
to
right,
you.
dog. Well, I appreciate it, man. Yeah.
Once again, young boys, get over it. Make peace with it.
Yes, sir. Hey,
Bless
listen,
up.
we got a couple of people here on the line already. I appreciate you, Shock, as always, man, being first in line.
Yes, sir.
My man. All right. Listen, I love these arguments right here. Braun has a longevity argument over all y'all proclaimed goats. Okay. First of all, you got to take the S off of goats. You got to take the S off. It's not plural. It's only one. Greatest of all time. So it can't be more than one. And yeah, that's a great argument. Longevity. I get it. I understand. I totally get it. But there's so many different variables that comes to this. There's so many different variables that 6 appearances, repeat, go swing a bat, 3-peat. Come on, dog. I mean, I get it, LeBron. I think the problem is when you see this, it's kind of like how kids today go and say Jalen Ramsey is better than Deion Sanders. And I get it. A lot of times it's generational, right? Like, I argue with my uncle, who the greatest boxer. He gonna always say Muhammad Ali. I'm gonna say Mike Tyson. So sometimes it becomes generational. So I get that point. Now, if you want to say who's the greatest in certain eras, all right. But then take all of those eras, and then out of all of those GOATs per era, right? Then you got to pick one. Come on, man. Like Mike. If I could be like Mike. And here's a perfect example. When people are emulating you, Kobe was emulating Mike. I let you know. When LeBron comes in and puts on the 23, like Mike, come on, man. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Out of all the numbers in the world, you got the same number as Mike. Come on, man. Y'all gotta understand, man. I'm just saying. Anyway, let me get to the loquacious E. Brown was on next. Cali Mike and Anonymous. E. Brown, talk to us. What's up, baby?
Hey, good afternoon. Good evening, Coach. I just want to get my soliloquy in. But you know what? QB on that throwback, that was good one. I agree with you. I saw it a couple of days ago and it was great. I enjoyed it.
It's circling back around, right? That's funny.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying it's circulating back around. That short was circulating back around.
Yeah.
See if I
it's
can
kind of
find
ridiculous. I had to interrupt Murder, She Wrote just now just to talk to you right now. So let me say this. I just want to say this is that I got the opportunity to see all those guys play ball. And without a doubt, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. I'm not going to, that's the debating the undebatable. Michael Jordan was the GOAT. But you got about 5 other players that could be in the GOAT category. But Michael, the things that Michael did and succeeded in, took it to a different level. You got Michael Jordan, you got LeBron James, Kobe, you got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. All 4 of those guys, they did the trilogy plus the 2 additional things. Michael Jordan and all four of those guys won in high school, college, and the pros. All 4 of those guys made it to the Hall of Fame. All 4 of those guys set the trend for the generation that was coming up when they were playing.
Okay.
Everybody wanted the bald head. Everybody wanted the big long shorts. Everybody named this. A lot of people named their sons Jordan.
That's true.
Okay. A lot of people bought tennis shoes for $300 or $400 because of Jordan.
Still are.
It's that's just it. LeBron James, the same thing. High school, college. I mean, well, he didn't play college, but he would have won if he went in college. High school, NBA, Hall of Fame, and he set in the trend. He set in the trend for the 6'8" guy who not only had a power game, but he had a finesse game. And Kobe Bryant, the same thing. All those guys had one thing in common, Coach.
Talk to me.
Not only could they play good offense, but they were all defensive players. That when you wanted to put your best defensive player on the other team's offensive player, it was one of those four guys that you put your person on. Okay. That made them. That's the GOAT category. Okay, that's what you're talking about when you're going into the GOAT category.
Okay.
So it's again, Michael Jordan set precedents. Kobe, LeBron, and all the other guys who play today, they emulate or they imitate Michael Jordan in some form or fashion. Michael Jordan took the finesse and the suave of Dr. J with his interviews, the way he dressed and the way he carried himself to a whole new level, to where Kobe imitated it, LeBron imitated it. Those are the things that set those guys apart. Now, let's go to the Ryan Clark thing. Ryan Clark, this is a capitalistic society. Businesses are in the business of making money, and so are the people who take the opportunity to engage in that business. It's not an uncommon thing that ESPN has fired prominent athletes after a certain amount of time that they've been on the air. Listen, Tom Jackson and what was the guy who used to go back for the NFL? They let those guys go. Those guys were phenomenal. They let those guys go. They let the quarterback who used to play for the San Francisco 49ers, Steve Young. They let a whole lot of athletes, prominent athletes, go before Ryan Clark came about. It's just something that happens. It's going to happen again. It's going to happen again next year. Somebody prominent, somebody who we think should be coming in on a particular show.
Hold on. We can do it. Bill Belichick. Like, think about this. Think what Bill Belichick has done for the Patriots. Right? It's sports. And so I'm just saying this real quick to you, E. Brown, and to your point, and really to your point is it's sports and entertainment. You're going to be fired. They got even a slogan. If you've been coaching long enough, you're going to be fired. Right? And it's the same thing in that same kind of world. Here's the difference. I think the whole crying thing, everybody that, but what people have to understand, and we're in a masculine society in that sense, but everybody gets down. Everybody, because you know what you've put in that's not on camera. You know the amount of time and effort and energy, and all of a sudden, poof, is gone. It's no different than a guy being cut from the football team. It's no different than a guy retiring because it's abrupt end. It's over. So it becomes emotional because it's something you have done for a long time that you probably never will get paid. Anybody has ever been paid as much as the effort and time you put into that job, even if you're paid well. When you turn something or build something or create a brand and it's like a blemish on your record or whatever, regardless of the fact, it's like coaching. When you get fired as a coach, you ain't walking out like, hey, how you doing? Da, 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 da. No, even though we all know it's a part of the business, it's still some embarrassment in there. Like you've done something wrong. Man, I couldn't get a team to win. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. So for people saying like, oh, if you get fired from your job, you ain't supposed to cry. Man, whatever. You put a lot into it. You sacrificed a lot. I'm going to just say this, and I may be wrong in saying it, but Eric Bieniemy has put so much time in as a coach, like all coaches and most coaches. I would be very interested to find out what his parenting was like in his son's life.
Yeah.
Think about that. Think about what I'm just going to say to you. Eric Bieniemy spending 16 to 18 hours a day in these football facilities all over the country, this, that, and the other. You having children. Yep. How much of a father was he to his son? Now, I guarantee Eric Bieniemy is not only crying for his wife, but I guarantee he's also reflecting, damn, I let my son down and my family down because I done spent all my life. I done spent the majority of my adult life in these facilities that don't really care about me. And now my son is out here having X, Y, and Z problems. I don't know. I don't want to claim that I know what's going on or make any assumptions. Like, this is what people have to understand. But go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. You're absolutely correct. I mean, in the Bieniemy situation, my only thing for that is I would only say my condolences and the utmost respect for him and his family right now, because that is the ultimate issue to have personally, is to have someone close like the son harming the mom.
Right.
Or the son harming the dad. You can't get no deeper than that. I would be disrespecting that family if I were to make a comment about anything right now, other than to say, man, my condolences, man.
Yeah.
My condolences.
For sure.
It'll be total disrespect to say anything else other than, and listen, my condolences. I'm not going to make any suggested comments about what could have happened, what happened. Just, man, just think about it. Your son, you as a son shooting your mom. That is tough. And for people to make comments and jokes and stuff like that, that's just unconscionable. It's unconscionable.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
1,000%. But I just want to kind of put in perspective to kind of keep it into the coaching realm of what entertainers and people who sacrifice for your enjoyment, right? These entertainers ain't around their kids all the time. When you on a 30 or 40 tour, 40 city tour and all this stuff, you know, I mean, in this profession, sports and entertainment, it's a lot of away time, bro. And like I'm saying, those are the things that people feel guilty about. Think about Ryan Clark being fired. Part of that too may have been you with your kids or you're away from your kids. Because look at what all he's doing. ESPN, the Pivot Podcast, NFL, Monday Night Football. He's calling the game. That dude probably very rarely home. Like a lot of those emotions rush into, I'm saying we look at it as the ESPN firing, but sometimes we have to remember, I'm going to tell you what else you cry about. And I did this, to be honest, I did it myself. I sacrificed everything, whether it's family, whether it's relationship, whatever it is, for an entity at the end of the day that says, this is all I have to say to you. Sorry, but we're going a different direction. And you like, what the? And you start thinking about not the entity, but damn, everything I gave up for y'all. And this is all I get. And you're going to fire me in the middle of a segment? And I done missed my daughter's birthday, or I missed the anniversary, or I couldn't go to a cousin's funeral because I had to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, those people don't think of that kind of stuff. But anyhow.
Yeah, I mean, it's like for a man's priority is to take care of his family.
Sure.
Take care of himself. And when he's engaged in something that he feels as though he's contributing heavily to, it bothers him because it's like being a book with a title, but you ain't got no chapters in the book.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're supposed to be the stabilizer and the provider, and then all of a sudden, that portion has been taken away.
Mm-hmm.
So your book is just a book with a title, and you don't have anything in it to read. So he feels empty right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you said about the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
The enemy feels horrible right now.
Mm-hmm.
His wife, whom he loves, she's injured. His son, whom he loves, committed the act that injured his wife, whom he loved.
Mm-hmm.
How in the heck can you gauge your way or get through that? So, like I said, man, only thing I can say is, man, my condolences to the Bieniemy family.
That's right.
Just stay with them and wish the best for them. I'm not gonna get on here and joke about that situation, but man, that's a horrible situation.
Of course,
that's got to be a horrible situation.
Of course,
horrible. And
of course.
So the UNC thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say about the UNC thing, the coach. But hey, listen,
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan will always be the GOAT, and until somebody comes along and do something supernatural to change my opinion about it, he's gonna always be the GOAT. And I'm not gonna disrespect LeBron James with all the silly comments about what he didn't do, or he choked, or he missed free throws. Come on, man. That man is one of the greatest players to ever don a basketball uniform.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been in pressure situations, never been an embarrassment to his family, never been an embarrassment to human society, and people just down him like he.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I'll just say this, Ebron, and I will rush on, but again, I want people to understand, just because we say left, it doesn't mean we don't like right. You know what I mean? It's like, it's no different if somebody's saying, hey, a chocolate chip cookie and a macadamia nut cookie, you can only pick one. You love them both, but you can only pick one. If there's only one GOAT, we're not downing LeBron James. Just like what I really think is a down is that Kobe's very rarely even put in the scenario. That's my opinion. And again, I don't claim to be a basketball aficionado, but at the end of the day, I'm just simply saying, because that doesn't mean that LeBron James is trash. That's not what we're saying. And that's the problem,
Absolutely.
Especially with these young cats, man. These young cats, they getting they feeling so fast. You know what I mean? No, we just simply saying and a lot of it has nothing really to do on the field, then it has to do with the mentality. And see, that's the difference. The older generation's mentality fits Michael Jordan, and the younger generation's mentality fits LeBron James. They are more stat driven. We are more mentality driven, right?
Yep.
That's the difference.
And then Kobe's in the middle there. Kobe experienced Michael, and he experienced LeBron, so he's in the middle there.
Correct.
But so
correct.
Gotta give it that way.
All
hey
right.
Man, I just wanted to say that. I'm out of here.
Real quick, Ebron, before you go, we're gonna show you your debut right here, man. We got you. Y'all check out Ebron on the. Y'all check out Ebron on here.
What's the whole basis behind that?
QB, that's the best thing. Hey, Ebron, they say you paused Murder, She Wrote the talk. Hell no.
Hey! Actually, I'm watching. Oh man!
Oh, help me, Jesus! Help me, Jesus! Oh God!
Hey, listen, hey, coach! There's nothing worse than a shade tree mechanic than a shade tree comic. And that's what QB is. QB is a shade tree comic.
Oh my God! Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, QB. Boy, that was a classic right there, E-Brown. You've been rocking with your boy for a minute.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, man. Let me get this thing rocked. We backing up like I-95. I might have put a time on here, man. All right, let me get rolling. Appreciate it. All right, we got Kelly Mike on the line. Kelly Mike, y'all hold tight back there. I see JR Boxing, Mo Nose, Chris Kane, Anonymous. Y'all hold tight for me, man. Let's do it. Talk to me.
What's up, Coach? Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Kobe Bryant is my favorite player. LeBron, he about somewhere between third and fifth with my book. But I look at, bro, in no other sport and no other era do we reward somebody for losing. Man, it was 4-6 in the finals. Okay, let's keep it real. Jim Kelly was a great quarterback, but he never won. He was 0-4, man. You
Dan
can't
Marino.
reward people who have losing records. I'm sorry, just can't do it. Dan Marino too, one of the greatest ever pick up the ball, but can't give it to you, baby. You didn't win it.
Patrick Ewing.
And bro, today, who sell the most sneakers right now? Michael Jordan. It's not even up for debate, bro. Michael Jordan was this internet era where they sell everything and everything is promoted. What would Michael Jordan if he had the internet era, man? Well, you saw Mike back in his day, man. If Mike had this era and these kids could see the things that Mike did. I remember Mike back at North Carolina as a freshman, beating Georgetown with the jumper out the corner in New Orleans in the Superdome to win the college the March Madness championship. Might go way back, but they don't see or understand these things. They just in this flopping. I can't, to be honest with you, Coach, I stopped watching basketball because the way it's played is garbage. It's the game today is trash. The way they play is awful.
Yeah, I'll just say this to you real quick.
He is a great player.
Yeah,
he is.
I'll
never take that from him.
Yeah, you can't.
He's great, but he is not Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. He's not that.
And here's what I'll say. Can I just say this last piece? I'll just say this last piece real quick, Kylie Mike. The one thing when people talk about jumping teams, and I don't know all of the logistics, but one thing I realized, the difference between Michael Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron, Michael and Kobe were the centerpieces. People came to them, like Shaq came to them, right? Dennis Rodman went to the Bulls, right? You see what I'm saying? Those people came to the Bulls.
Yes,
it seems like LeBron, it goes to everybody else and creates a team. Like they all say, like when they went to Miami, they joined with Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh and them. Like he goes and joins these teams.
Yeah.
And I'm just bringing that up because they talk about him switching
Coach,
around.
back in the day, Coach, when you was on a team, Boston Celtics truly hated the Philadelphia 76ers. Them boys, Bird and Dr. J, them boys did not, on that court, they could be friendly as ever off the court, but on that court, it was a different era. It was a different type of deal, and you don't get ain't no dogs no more. When you watch sports now, you see the difference than what you saw back in the day. You a Hurricane fan, man. You see what people love about the Hurricanes is the grit, the grind, it ain't all that finesse and how you doing and handshaking and holding hands and signing each other's jersey on the sideline. It ain't that, and it's just that's what we live in now, and it's different times. And those that like that, you entitled to like that. No knock on it, but it's just not what it is.
That's right.
And everybody emulates Mike. All these guys emulate Mike. Mike ain't emulating LeBron or Kobe or these guys, and he still to this day, when they go, you ever hear anybody say, "Man, I'm finna go buy some LeBrons"? What? Man, they got J's on their feet.
But not even
everybody
that.
Do.
Hold on,
it's
but
just
not even
what
that.
It is, and it's a reason for that.
Yeah, but Kelly Mike, not even that. Even the movie Space Jam, that was Mike's movie. Then LeBron came and redid it again.
All that.
Come on, man. The argument shut it down. Come on, man. Come on, man.
There you do.
They call him Black Jesus.
You just killed it.
Hold up. They call him Black Jesus, Kelly
you
Mike.
You just ended it, Coach.
Listen, when Allen Iverson say he went on the court.
Throw the mic down, Coach.
Listen, when he said Allen Iverson said he went on the court, he said, I didn't know what they meant when they said Black Jesus, but he was just floating. Come on, dog. He was just floating. Come on.
Yeah, but Coach, they say even I was listening to some guys say when Mike walk in the room, just when his presence, listen to these guys talk about he walk in the room where they talking. There's a bunch of NBA guys and how all the people just jump up and it's the respect. Because it was a game. It was what he did, And these kids, they just look at a number or two. They don't get the full effect of Jordan. Michael Jordan was a presence, man. And I hated the Bulls. I was a Laker fan, but but you knew who was the king when he stepped in the joint. You know what time it was. You could hate him, you could love him, but he was what he was. It's just what how it goes. And Coach Ryan Clark. Now let me say this to you.
All right.
Ryan Clark is a guy who played 13 years in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
He was a captain of the Pittsburgh Steelers, a Super Bowl champion, and he was an undrafted player. So he got his from the mud. I mean, so I'm guessing that things affect him differently because he was a nobody. He was an undrafted dude, played 13 years in the NFL, won a Super Bowl, and was a captain of the football team.
Mm-hmm.
He is the only NFL Live was always a top-rated show, but guess what? They won 2 Emmys. The only 2 Emmys they ever won was when Ryan Clark was on there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, these things matter. Everybody, this man did a lot. And from somebody who came from where he came from, I mean, I listened to him talk, and I understood what he was saying. The man, that's just like if you came from, we see it all the time. People retire and they talk about they came out the projects and when they couldn't eat or they didn't have nothing to eat. Different little stories you hear, and these become these great people. It's not just the final destination, it's the journey they took, and they reminiscing over everything that he went through to get where he got.
Yeah.
Ryan Clark is a proud Black man who loved himself and he loved the work that he put in, and he understands that you get fired, but man, for somebody to just step on your life, man, just like you said, he gave up time with his family and all these things. We will no longer, as he walk in the room, we'll no longer lead your services no more. It's just a few words, and it just crush all them years of all those accomplishments that you have accomplished. Some people handle it because they say everybody been fired, but everybody have a different journey to get to the destination.
That's right,
baby.
That's right.
Everybody's journey is different. Some people born with a silver spoon. They right there. They have it all. So. But a guy like that, he got it out the mud.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I really appreciated it. I didn't look at it as clickbait or trying to get ratings because hell, every show wants ratings. Name me a show that don't.
Right.
So,
I mean, and that's my whole point. That's the name of the game.
Watching for the entertainment.
I mean, that's the name of the game, right, Mike? The name of the game is, at the end of the day, Mike, the name of the game, to your point, is 2 things can be true. Did he say, I'm going to go here and cry for clicks? No. But did he know that he could get emotional at some point? Sure. Right? It's just what it is. It's no different. He actually became a guest on his own show because the questions Fred and Shannon were asking him were questions that they were asked, that they asked Michael Beasley. Like the same type of things, and they get emotional. He became a guest on his own podcast, in essence. So at the end of the day, like I said, for people that want to just downplay emotion because you're a millionaire because of, and that's the whole point, because of what you've done, the sacrifices that you made, the talents that you had, and you maximized it. And everybody's path is different. For example, like I tell people all the time when we do these podcasts, it is no excuse, but it is what it is. A lot of these podcasters who were former athletes do what? They get a jump because of what they've done. right? Who they are. I'll just use Shannon Sharp for an example, not a knock. But the Club Shay Shay is popping because it's Shannon Sharp. If that was Coach Hayes doing Club Shay Shay, it wouldn't be as big because I'm not Shannon Sharp. I didn't, but again, Shannon Sharp put the work in years ago as a player from Savannah State and all that to create the name. So now part 2 of his life is creating a podcast, and he's still monetizing it. I mean, people just got to understand that emotion is a real thing, and it's all good. But anyway, talk to me, Mike, man. Let me go ahead and get some of these calls in, and I got to rush through this.
Yeah, but all right, I'm gonna just say this too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Prayers to their brother Eric Bieniemy, because, bro, him and his wife produced a son that shot his mother. You know, that's, oh man, that got to be the most crushing thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure, like you said, he's spending 16 to 18 hours at that Kansas City Chiefs facility. That man wondering, you know, was it something I could have done? Or, you know, that man and you got to go visit your wife in the hospital and then turn around and go see your son in jail. So, I mean, you can't, some of these things, you know, it's got to be horrifying, man. You know, it's just, that's crazy, you know. I don't think they could write a movie that crazy, you know. So, you know, prayers to that brother. And Mike Lombardi, man, come on here, man. You a sucker, you a loser, and we coming to North Carolina. This the same fella that said, Mario Cristobal, he can recruit, but he can't develop. And he said all kind of little nasty things about Mario Cristobal, but we coming to North Carolina to knock their head off on Halloween. We gonna come in there and beat the brakes off you. But Coach, go do your thing, and I'm listening.
Appreciate you, man. Much love. Shout out to Cali Mike in the building, man. Yeah, we're gonna run through North Carolina anyway. All right, let me get the next one on the line. Who I had on here? Anonymous on the line. Talk to us. Going once.
Yo, what up, Coach?
What's up, man?
What up, Coach?
What's up, baby? Talk to
What's
me.
good? What's good?
We good, man. What's on your
mind, bro? Yeah, man, I just call everybody know Michael Jordan the greatest. Like, it's not even no question. Like, LeBron not even top 3. He might not even be top 5, bro, to be honest with you. I mean, if you consider his game, okay. But I mean, look at it too, you know? Like, I mean, I could go on and on and on about LeBron. Like, there's so much to say. But like all your other callers have already said, like, it's nobody even denies that Michael Jordan is the greatest. I can't say because I never watched, you know, basketball back in the day, so I never seen like, you know, Kareem play or nothing like that, but not live, you feel me? But I did see Jordan play.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna call you. I was gonna call you today, and I was gonna. What up?
No, go ahead. My bad. I was interrupted.
Oh, no, I don't even know if my microphone working right. But I was gonna say, like, when I was gonna call you, I was gonna ask you, bro. It's like, you know, great players or even players, they're remembered by plays. You know what I'm saying? Or they're remembered by, like, a boxer might be remembered in a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? Like the Frazier Ali fights, unforgettable. You know, Jordan, the flu game, or Kobe pulling up and taking the game-winning shot. You know what I'm saying? And when I think about LeBron, I can't think of no plays of that same magnitude. You know, I'm sure he's had good plays and whatnot, but I can't think of nothing that I've seen from LeBron where I'm like, wow, that dude is the great one, you know?
The one that pops off to me, because I only watched it in the Heat, was when he passed it to Ray Allen. But, I mean, I guarantee he probably had some other bigger moments. Let's just see here real quick. Let's see what the computer got to say. LeBron James' biggest career moment includes breaking the all-time scoring record, winning the NBA championship, and sharing the court with his son, Bronny James. All right, let me see the biggest play moment. Let me put the word play in there. They're trying to say. LeBron's biggest career play moment is the block in 2016, breaking the all-time scoring record in his clutch play-in game winner in 2021 with the Lakers, I guess. I don't know. I just tried to see if we could Google something right quick. But, all right, deep three-pointer versus the Warriors in 2021. He sunk a deep game-winning three-pointer in the final minute despite taking a thumb to the eye from Draymond Green, securing the Lakers' 7th seed. I don't know. I just put that in there. But at the end of the day, I just think it's a generational thing, and I understand that. I just want some of the younger people to understand what we're talking about when you look at it. I don't think there's one thing you can point your finger at. I think it's a culmination of all. I think it is scoring. I think it's titles. I think it's attitude or mentality. I think it's impact on team. I think it's all of that kind of stuff. All of that's what makes you the GOAT. You know what I mean? Like what made Muhammad Ali the GOAT was not just his boxing, right? It wasn't just his record, but it was his personality, his persona, who he was, the trash talking, how he got in your head, you know, his approach to the game. All of those things make you the GOAT. You know, now for me, Mike Tyson has that same kind of thing. The difference was he was knocking you out, but he had the persona, he had that mentality, you know what I mean? He didn't talk much. Like he said way less than Muhammad Ali, but his actions spoke just as loud. Coming in with the towel on, no socks on, black trunks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I look at it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you know, like, so I gotta, the way I look at it, I gotta distinguish between like who this dude is off the court and who this dude is on the court. Because if you look at who LeBron is off the court, it's easy to not like that dude. Like he's just not a likable dude. I mean, he's even to the point, you know, they put it like this, bro. They were not even going to include him. Like once Kobe joined that Olympic team in what was it, Beijing?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Beijing. They were not even going to put LeBron on the team, bro, because nobody wants to play with him. Nobody, like Kareem, Michael, Kobe, none of them cats have done half the shit that, excuse my French, but they've not done half the stuff that LeBron has done. I mean, LeBron goes out there, he's trying to coach the team, play the game. He's given hard fouls on numerous occasions. He's injured other players with hard fouls. But if it happens to him, oh, he want to flop. He want to cry to the referee. You know what I'm saying? Like his whole decision show that he did to his own hometown team, right? Prime time to just embarrass them. Crazy. Like, absolutely
I'll just say
insane.
this part. I can't speak for
and you know, you were saying it comes down to records.
No. Hold on now.
What about it?
Hold on. I didn't say it comes down. I said that's a part of it. I just want to be clear. And then I'll just say this piece too. I can't speak to the Olympic thing. I don't follow well enough to have an opinion. But here's what I will say, and kind of just rolling this thing over, is I don't really care about who you are off the court in regards to, you know, personality, because if that's the case, I should be holding Michael Jordan to his social content where he does nothing of, where I give LeBron much love for that. But that's not part of, in my opinion, that's not part of the GOAT criteria when we're talking the game. I'm talking about the game. I'm not talking about what you do from a social aspect and your social activities. I'm talking about the game within itself, right? That's what I'm speaking of when I speak of GOAT status of a game. You know what I mean? That's just me. Because now, one thing I will say, I don't. What really pissed me off with LeBron?
Look at that.
I know, but I'm just saying the thing that pissed me off with LeBron is that flopping every time. Nobody even close to him. And then he act like he's so hurt. I'm like, come on, bro. Like that part to me, the 6'8", 250 or 60 pound dude. Now that right there, that I understand if you know you selling it. Dudes don't even be touching you, dog. and you just you're not even closing, and then you throwing tantrums, slapping the floor when you don't get the call. See, Mike didn't even have to do that. That lets you know right there. Mike look at the referee like, bruh, don't call it again. See if I don't make this phone call. See, that lets you know who got the power. I don't have to be slapping the floor and throwing tantrums. Nah, Mike didn't get that call. You heard that referee say, hey, Mike, man, I'm sorry, man. I just didn't see it. Mike, I'm sorry. I'll get you on the next one. He's damn right. Okay, but anyway, go ahead, man, so we can roll through this. JR Boxing. Oh, get down, Brown, hold tight. Chris Kane, what's up?
Yeah, you right.
No, that's not part of the game, E. Brown. You stop it.
You right, Coach. And look, I'm gonna tell you like this. Like, we could go on all day, right? Like, I mean, even Diddy's bodyguard said that LeBron engaged in the wildest, most debauched behavior he ever saw of anybody hanging out with Diddy. So, like, off the court, we could go after that dude all day, but on the court, just his playing in the game, right? The flopping, dude is traveling all the time, right? I don't respect the whole super team thing, going here, going there, demanding all this stuff. You got to put these superstars around me. And he still can't get more rings than Michael, who stayed at one team and honestly elevated, in my opinion, the players around him, right? Like, he elevated their game. They were better players for having played with Mike. And LeBron, I mean, just talk about records, top 10 in missed free throws, the only player in the NBA to ever have 5,000 turnovers, only player in the NBA to have 17,000 missed shots, right? He's just a dirty player too. Like, it's like rules for me, but you know what I'm saying? What you're saying? Rules for thee, but not for me, right? LeBron goes out there and he played, and I'll end it off with this. I've even heard LeBron call himself the GOAT. And to me, you should never have to say that if you're the GOAT. Everybody should just know. You don't have to say it. If you got to say it, it's not you. That's all I got to say, Coach, really.
I appreciate it, man. Much love to you, dog. Anonymous in the building, man. Much love to Anonymous. All right, real quick, I do want to say this part. Now, I got to say this. Shout out to this now. Wait a minute. Somebody just said it about Michael Jordan getting the rules. Hold on. Somebody just put in here. Oh, here you go. Stop that narrative. Remember, they having the MJ rules. Is like you can't even touch. Yes. And so rules for thee and not for me. Yes. Michael had those too now. The difference, though, Thomas, the difference is Mike didn't have to do all that to get the call. You better not touch me. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. When you on top, everybody recognize it, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying. All right, I got to get down, bro. I got JR Boxing on here. JR was netting. Then we're going to get these two. We're going to cut this thing out here. I'm going to let Get Down Brown close this thing out because I know you're going to close it out with some real good words. And then Chris got next. JR, boy, long time no see. What's up with you, baby?
Coach, long time no speak. What's happening with you, man? What's happening with you?
Man, I'm here just chilling, man. What's up with you?
Man, just showing love, man. I'm always tapped into yourself, Coach, man. I'm always
appreciate
listening,
it, man.
Hitting the like button, man. Every once in a while, I throw a comment down there every so often.
Okay.
But, yeah, man, look, the topics at hand, man, I go to ED first, man, for Coach.
Okay.
What happened with his family? That's a tragedy, man.
Tragedy.
That's a tragedy. Ain't nothing else to say about it. Don't know the man personally. Don't know the struggles of his family and the inner workings of his family and nothing like that, man. But golly, man, tell your people you love them, man. Hug your kids, kiss your kids, man. Love on your wives, your husbands, all of that stuff, man. Because you never know, right? I mean, in this case, the person right there in the damn house with you, right? So it's just a crazy situation altogether. So shout out to that family, man, and hopefully they pull it through. Hopefully they make it. Because they're going to need prayer, healing, all kind of stuff from that tragedy.
1,000%. 1,000%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not really too tapped in on the UNC thing, man. But
it's really not a lot of information out there about it. So it's really not a lot of info out there about it, JR, right now. It just kind of broke. Probably in the next 2 days or so, it'll really just kick off. Again, I was just trying to be a capitalist and capitalize on somebody else's woes. I'm just saying that jokingly. I'm just saying that because, they talking about Ryan Clark crying and capitalizing, but we all doing it. Anybody got a podcast, unless you only talk about yourself, which you're capitalizing off yourself because you're trying to get monetized. That's the goal. That's the name of the game. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, I just say that being funny, but go ahead.
Absolutely, man. And I mean, since you mentioned it, the Ryan Clark situation, man, a lot of people spoke great about it, man. And the words that you put in about it, you know what I'm saying? People don't know the hours of time you putting in production into the show. I mean, Ryan Clark himself won an individual Emmy, right? For most outstanding analyst, beating out big names, Charles Barkley, Shaq. I think I forgot who else was up with him in that year category, but I'm sure if people want to Google it or whatever to see who was in the category with him that year, he beat out some big names. I remember Charles Barkley and Shaq being in there specifically, but it was one other big name. But that just shows you the grind, the effort, you know what I'm saying, the work that he was putting in. Some of his takes was a little bit crazy, but you know what I'm saying, that
entertaining,
like that, right?
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, man. But what I don't like, man, is how in the Black community, how we look at certain things and we like, oh man, this man crying, man, he weak, or he's showing us, or he's reflecting, towards America, that showing Black men weak or something like that. Man, one thing, emotions are the most natural thing ever. Crying is a part of emotions.
True.
So everybody has cried, man. Everybody has cried. Now, your circumstances for why you cry may be different, but nobody walked a mile in Ryan Clark's shoes to understand why he sat there on that podcast and had that emotion at that point in time. So, so for him to show that natural emotion, hey, much love to him, man. The way ESPN did him, a little bit dirty, but you said it, Coach. That's a part of the game. It's a part of it, man.
Yeah.
They do these random cuts or firings every 2-3 years, man. I remember specifically, I used to faithfully in the morning, I used to get up. Part of my morning routine was watching Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. I used to love watching that show, man. And then all of a sudden, Max Kellerman was gone. Then it was Keyshawn, J. Will, and some Indian dude. I forget his name. Something Zubin, something like that.
Okay.
But I used to love watching the show. The show just went away all of a sudden. Because guess what? They fired Keyshawn. They actually fired Jason Williams, but then they brought him back in some other capacity with college basketball or something like that. But you know what I'm saying? So that's just a part of it, man. They cut people, but he meant a lot to him, man. He brought an Emmy to damn ESPN. So that's respect within himself. So salute to him, man. He's gonna do big things because he been a fighter, been a dog his whole career path, professional career path. So he gonna land on his feet.
Yeah, and JR, I'm gonna say this too, like I said before, bro. Everybody's path is different. Some people's path is a little easier than others. And I used to tell my players this, right? Because I always had kids that wanted to be recruited to the big schools, right? Especially, and you always had that underdog dude, right? That play linebacker, but he 5'10", 200, 190, and he way better than the 6'2" dude that's 220, but he getting all the powerful offers. But he really the anchor. And on signing day, guess what? The dude that he making better, tell him the plays too. Hey, blitz the A gap. Hey, blitz the B gap. You got the number 3 receiver. He getting all the love and accolades, right? And you don't think that dude sitting there suffering like, damn, dog. And so I said all that to say, I used to tell my players, some people got it and some people have to work to get it. And I believe that a guy like a Ryan Clark is a person who had to work to get it, and it was proven because of the path. If you see the undrafted guy, he didn't have all the accolades, worked his way up, became a staple for the Steelers, became a captain, became a starter, got on the ESPN. People like, well, what you know? And then you don't have a journalistic background. So imagine all of the research and how you work on camera. No, I'm telling you, people don't know this, and you know this too, JR. You be on camera too. This is way different in the barbershop when you're trying to, like right now, I'm looking at a black hole in a camera lens and trying to stay focused. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't as easy as people think. Like, I'm literally trying to stay focused, and I'm looking at a hole in a lens with a light in my eye. I'm not trained for this, but you get better over time. Yeah. And you know how hard he had to work where he didn't get cut immediately because he probably wasn't a big time name like that. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot that goes into this. And like a guy like Shady McCoy, who had it. And for him, he also probably has that I don't care attitude. I'm only assuming. If I get cut, I get cut. Whatever. I'm paid. I got money. Like, that's his mentality. It's about money for him. Everything was getting paid. As long as I got paid, they paid me. I don't care. But for some people, it's about the craft and the work. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, that's real what you just said, man. Sitting in front of that camera, man.
It's different, ain't it? It's different.
I for sure. When I started sitting in front of that camera, I went back and I would like watch the shows just to make sure. I'm trying to sit here and make sure, man, am I presenting myself correctly? Am I speaking correctly? Am I and not paying attention to certain segments? All kind of stuff, man, because that matters, right? If I
to
get
you.
Up there
and JR, that matters.
People gonna tear you apart.
But JR, that matters to you, right? Which is a good thing, I'm saying. But there's some cats that get on here and they be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they don't see nothing wrong with it. It don't bother them. It's no big deal, right? But that goes to show you in the personality. That's what I'm saying. You went back and watched your show. So now think about it. You just spent an hour on a show. You go back and watch another hour. That's 2 hours. Now you're trying to get back. I'm just saying, I still go back and watch my shows. After these be done, I go back and watch it again to see this, that, how you can get better. I still jack it up sometimes, you know what I mean? But it's part of the process. Mm-hmm.
And then the last part on the Ryan Clark thing, man. He got an Emmy. Stephen A. Smith don't even have an Emmy. And Stephen A. Smith been in it 30 years, 3 decades.
And the highest paid.
I just put that out there.
Yeah.
Highest paid, right? And don't have an Emmy. Mm-hmm. So I'll leave it at that, man. So but then the Bron thing, man, look, as far as the GOAT conversation, man, to me, it's all subjective, right? Mm-hmm. Of what you've seen. If you're a research guy, if you're a stats over the eyeball test kind of guy, if you're a cultural guy, if you're a political guy, like all these things play into sports, right? It all ties in. So to me, for Bron to even be mentioned in the conversation, that's due enough. For me, as just like as a casual fan of the game of basketball, right? When you go down those mentionings of greatest of all time, for somebody to sit in the barbershop, or we on YouTube, we on Coach Hayes' show right now debating this. Mm-hmm. And people gonna have different takes on it in the chat as callers interacting with you. People gonna have different takes and different aspects of it all together. So to even be put in the conversation, that's what I'm saying, that's high regard within itself. Because as great as Kevin Durant is as a player, you wouldn't be like, man, I consider him one of the greatest all time. Carmelo, you wouldn't consider. Bubba Chuck himself, cultural icon. Everybody brave, tatted arm sleeves to this day because Bubba Chuck. But you wouldn't say he one of the greatest basketball players of all time. So, Bron's athletic prowess, his longevity, his achievements, accolades, whatever you want to say, it puts him in the conversation. And as time goes on, and as newer generations are introduced or keep growing in this sport, in this game of basketball that we all love and hate, it's the Jordan fans get less and less. And that's just due to Father Time itself. Yeah. So eventually it's gonna be to the point where people just gonna be like, nah, man, Bron. It's always been Bron. I ain't never, some of the callers like, I never really seen Kareem play, or I never really seen this person play, or I can't recall all the Jordan, play and stuff like that. So it's gonna go further and further, but it's all subjective to what you view and what you consider great in your eyes. And to me,
100%.
he's
Who's your
greatest
GOAT?
of all time.
Who's your GOAT? Who's your GOAT?
Who my GOAT? Brian, man. Brian the GOAT, man.
Oh God.
Brian,
Okay.
Brian the GOAT for me,
all right,
man.
listen, I'm trying to get this over, but okay, hold on. We're gonna have a 1 minute debate.
Okay.
Here's my question to you, and you ask me a question. You got 1 minute, I got 1 minute, that's it.
Okay.
You old enough to see Jordan play, right? Am I right?
Yeah, I've seen Jordan play.
Okay.
I was younger.
Okay.
I was younger when I started to understand the game of basketball.
Okay.
But towards the end, I could go back and say, yeah, I've seen footage of him play. And stuff like that.
So here's my quick question, right? Why? 1 minute. Why?
Why Brian?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Brian because the expectation coming into the NBA was much greater than where it started with Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Like self-proclaimed or not, right? King James, whatever, right? That title stuck with him from Vincent St. Mary's High School until he entered the NBA.
Okay.
And still to this day, when you think of greatness in the NBA, you still look at LeBron James and say, damn, he's one of the greatest in the NBA. Still to this day right now.
Okay.
Now, when Michael Jordan was with the Wizards, you didn't look at Michael Jordan and say, nah, he's still one of the greatest in the NBA. You were saying, back when Michael was with the Bulls, that never would have happened. So that's my minute.
Okay.
That's my time up right there.
All right. I'm gonna give you an opportunity. You can ask me a question, and I'll go with that. Go ahead. I'm listening.
So I'm not gonna ask the same question as why, because that's gonna be too easy for you. Okay. What I'm gonna ask is, explain to me why LeBron is not your GOAT.
Okay. I like that question. Is that it? You finished? Or is it part 2 or not? No? Why
that's
not?
it.
Okay.
That's it. Why is LeBron not your GOAT?
So first thing is mentality, right? I've always said that. His mentality, even though I know he's a different type and style of player, but his mentality to me is different. Not his approach, like getting your body ready and all that, but in the game, that killer instinct, right? That nobody ever equates the word killer instinct with LeBron James. They did it with Mike. They did it with Kobe, and they do it with anybody else that's considered the GOAT of said sport, whether it's Tiger Woods in golf, whether it was Mike Tyson in boxing, whether it was any sport, billiards, that killer instinct. The second thing that I have for that is the ability, in my opinion, when I say take over that game, and I guess that's part of the same, meaning I know Mike gonna get the last shot. Everybody know Mike gonna get the last shot, and you still got to find a way to stop it. LeBron, we just looking for him to penetrate, pass it, penetrate. Now, am I saying he's never gotten a last shot? No, that's not what I'm saying, right? And that's really my main focus. I'm not getting into the nuances of points and scores and championship. Well, I still think he should have gotten more championships building the teams in which he built them around him. But that, you've been to 10, you 40% when this man is 100%, right? That's just me. And so those are for a minute. That's my answer of why not LeBron.
Yeah, I mean, I dig it, man. To me, Bron at the purest when it comes to just basketball. I get it, mentality. Hey, I'm getting the last shot no matter what. Everybody talk about the shots that Kobe and Michael Jordan hit. They never talk about the ones that's missed because they took the last shot when Pippen was open, Kerr was open in the corner. A kick out should have occurred to Derek Fisher. All kind of things. So I'll just leave it at that, man. I get it, mentality.
Oh, that's fair.
Hey, look,
that's fair.
I'm the leader of the team. We're gonna go down with the sinking ship. If I make it, great. If I miss it, hey, we moving on. It's 82 games in the season. You know, we move on. But I do understand the 100% in the finals. That's unmatched, man. Nobody else can say that outside of, I think, Robert Ory, right? I think you're the only other person 100% in the finals.
Right.
All right, Coach, man. Much love to you, man.
Appreciate you, dog.
Love the show, man. Keep doing your thing, brother. I'm always supporting of you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, too, man.
For sure. Much love to y'all. All right. Shout out to y'all boxing in the building, man. All right, let me get this here. Chris Kane, I got to get down, Brown, and we're going to lock this thing.
The conference has been locked.
And we're going to be about this joint, man. This is a good show tonight. I'm really having a lot of fun. I didn't know the whole LeBron situation was going to take a life of his own, but it is what it is. Chris, talk to us. I know you're a big basketball fan, so I know you got a lot to say. Talk to us, man.
What up, Coach? What's good with you, man?
I'm good. What's up, man?
Man, chilling, man. I was on hold, but I felt like I was in the daggone food stamp line.
I know, dog. I got to do better.
I thought you were giving away some free, Coach.
I am, man. I'm giving you this free time to talk. Talk to me.
Oh, no, man. I'm just chilling, man. I'm at work, man. Just tuning into the show, man. Just talk about this stuff with, I don't really know much about the other story about the tragedy that much because I just don't really watch the news like that, to be honest. It's just depressing to see stuff like that. I know briefly about what happened and stuff like that, but as far as like the stuff with LeBron, it's like LeBron is the GOAT. I grew up in the era with Jordan.
Chris, hold on, Chris. Wait a minute. Say that one more time.
But let me explain.
No, just say it. I missed it. My headphones went out.
Huh?
I didn't hear who you said the GOAT was.
I said, now you got to hear me out first, Coach.
No, I said
LeBron is the GOAT, right? But it's two different ones, though.
No.
You got Michael Jordan. Listen what I'm saying. Greatest of all time, right? LeBron, GOAT, going on another team.
There you go.
Same acronym, different purpose. You see what I'm saying? Let's be clear.
I said that earlier.
Right. But see what I'm saying? And I ain't even tuned into the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching Coop over there in Florida State business right now.
Oh, is he?
Over there in that play.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he giving there. It's like 60-63 or some shit. I don't believe that. But anyway, when I tuned in, I was just like, you know what? All the flopping, the crying, and all of this. Like, I'm gonna just say this, and I know people gonna say what they gonna say. They gonna do what they gonna do, whatever. Yeah, you got the scoring title. Yeah, you did this, that, and the third. But I'm gonna tell you right now, before rings you would have had, put that in Jordan era. There has never been a LeBron rule. Had there? There's only two people I know that had a rule. That was Shaq, half a Shaq, and the Jordan rule. I ain't never heard of LeBron. Every time he flopping on the ground, crying, brother, you 6'8", 260, solid. You spend $1 to $2 million on your body every year, chisel, and you sitting here flopping on the ground and crying like a fish out of water. Like, come on, bro. Like, your whole legacy for that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You been calling yourself the king ever since you got out of high school. Okay, that's cool. But but let me ask you something. What king you ever seen in the beginning of a film lasted to the end of the movie? Just think about that. Always slaying the king. What king are you? You named yourself that. Ain't nobody named nothing for Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan ain't never leave a team. Jordan got in their weight room. Okay? Jordan ain't go to no other team to go with Magic, go with Bird, go with Patrick or John Starks and nobody else. He stayed on that team. And he worked for what he had. He made other people around him better. Now, as far as the accolades of what LeBron got, you can't take that away. Yeah, he got the scoring title. He got all of these things. He did that. He did that. I'm not taking nothing away. But as far as what you do when you're on the team, you crying, you faking ass calls, you having a temper tantrum, slapping the floor like you were saying, doing all this because you don't get a call. Like, quit crying, man. Quit crying. Okay? When you had a foul with Jordan, Jordan was like hurt. Like you grab him up, dude by the neck, okay, and swinging him to the ground, doing all kinds of stuff. LeBron would have never made it. LeBron would have never made it in Jordan era. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If Jordan was in this era, Jordan would have about 10 rings, if not more. Because to be honest with you, the 2 years that he retired, from 94 and 95, he would have had 8 from that by himself. And I'm standing on that. Argue with your mama if you think I'm lying. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, he cut from a different cloth. Jordan got bigger, and he went through hell. He stayed with the Bulls. He lost 6 years in a row to Boston, especially to daggone Detroit. They was the ones that was running it. You know what I'm saying? But then that 91 season, what happened? Jordan still in that dad, stood right there, stood 10 toes down. And what did Isaiah Thomas do? He took his makeup wearing ass over someone else and he to shake their hand. Every time Jordan lost to him, he always gave him respect. He might not have liked it, but he did it. Soon before the game was even over, repeat the game when they got ready to go to the NBA Finals against Magic. He shake their hand. He ain't did nothing. He went right past Jordan and all of this other kind of stuff. All them so-called bad boys and all of that, acting like a bunch of girls, and left and just went right past me, say nothing.
Well,
that's why his ass went on no damn.
Here's what I'll say, Chris.
Here's
what I'll say, Chris. I just pulled up Michael Jordan flop compilation on YouTube, right? I'll type it. Hold on, Michael Jordan. Flop compilation, right? It's a minute and 36 seconds. A minute and 36 seconds is the longest one I found. I go to LeBron, the first one come up is 8 minutes and 23 seconds. Another one is 4 minutes. And I'm just saying, did they all exaggerate the charge? Of course. But we're talking about the hand to the eye when the finger didn't even touch him. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But anyway, I get it, man. But what else you got to say? What else you got to say?
Main crap, dog. And Kobe is one of the ones that mimicked out of Jordan the most. That man torn his Achilles, went out there and shot 2 free throws and went back to the daggone bench. And mind you, when he was shooting free throws, you got to go all the way across the court. It wasn't right there. He had to go across the court, hopping.
Right.
Across the court. Went out there, took some 2 shots like, gee, God bless Kobe. You know what I'm saying? And went out there and did it. They don't make them like that no more, dog. They don't. They make them too soft.
Right.
And they make them too soft. They keep crying. You 6'8", 260. Why are you over here flopping for, bro?
Right.
Why are you over here flopping, bro? I don't understand that. I don't understand it. I respected him when he came in the league because you want to be somebody different. He wasn't doing that in the beginning. He wasn't doing that. But then you get in the league and you want to see him want to try to make it a national Braun Association. And now everything is your way. You making trades. You doing this. You doing that. Ain't nobody think, look, these are not your kids, bro. These are not your kids. You can't tell another grown man what to do. And if you don't like what happened, then you want him gone because you want to have a whole fit. Then get out of here with that crap, man. At the end of the day, they say the game is not going to be the same when LeBron retires. I'll be glad when he retires.
I'll just say this. See, for me, I'm not tripping about that. Oh, we got some feedback. I'm not tripping about that. I'm not tripping about. Hey, you got some feedback, bad man.
Hold on.
Yeah. I'm not tripping about him using his power in the league. That's part of it. That's part of being the GOAT. I'm just saying, to me, the biggest difference, in my opinion, was just the mentality. But I've said that 1,000 times tonight. I know y'all probably tired of me saying it, but whatever.
Am I good now, Coach?
Yeah, sound better.
All right. Yeah, but yeah, dog. I just feel like it won't be like how Jordan was. It won't be like how Kobe was. It won't be. Damn sure won't be. It'll be more like, it won't be like how Steph is, like how Steph. It won't be like how KD is. because they're gonna have time too, but they're gonna have to retire because they're getting up there too. It's more like, thank you, Steph, thank you, KD, thank you, Kobe, thank you, Jordan. When it comes to LeBron, goodbye and good riddance. Now, I don't hate the man. I just hate the crap that he did. Because you just messed up your whole legacy. You feel me? You ain't sticking there with your team. You want to have what person make a whole news announcement about what team he going to? And even though it was Miami, you left from Miami and went back to Cleveland because you want to go ahead and win for Cleveland. Okay, cool. But you left Cleveland. Why? Why did you leave?
I don't know, dog.
Why'd you leave?
To me, I don't.
Oh, you want to go ahead. You want to go with Fox. You want to go. Okay. So you go down there, and now you have a whole different spectacle over it. If you ever notice, whenever they had that All-Star game, I don't know what year it was. I don't know if it was 11, 12, or 13. I think it might have been 12 or 13. Think about whenever it was LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh that was there in the All-Star game. When they announced it, and then look at D-Rose. Look at Derrick Rose. Much respect to him. He didn't even want to be a part of that shit. Like, he's looking at him like, it's a lame ass. But LeBron is a drama. He's a drama king. That's what it is. You can't take away from his accolades, but the stuff that he do that help his accolades, kind of suspect. And I'm gonna just say it like this, Coach, and I'm gonna forget, and I'm out, man, because I got to get back to work. Bro, you 6'8", 260 solid, bro. Quit bitching. Quit bitching. Let's see what you do in Philly. Everybody making a big deal about him going to Philly, doing all this extra stuff. Let's see how good he be in Philly. But Joel Embiid got to make sure he ain't got no flat tires. You got all these different pieces around there. Let's see how good they are. Hopefully they can stay injury-free during the season. All right? I'm out, Coach, and I'm going to holler at you again. You going live tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Wednesday I will be, but not tomorrow. I have an event I got to attend. But I will not be.
You said on Wednesday you going live?
Wednesday I'll be live for Kane night. Yep.
All right. Hey, because I'm going to tell you something right now. Boys was talking crazy over there on KB's show today, dog. They was talking reckless.
Oh, whenever they
talking reckless.
Tell them to come on home.
Man, look, they don't want no smoke. Somebody was over there. The beloved was over there and told him that you gave him the business. He said, what business he gave me? He said, I'm going to tell you like this, and you can go back and watch the show. You know what I'm saying? Homeboy sat over there and said, we're going to run through everybody in Georgia, to everybody, right? Talking about LSU, doing all of that, had a collab with his people on there. Okay, cool. Then you're saying we're going to meet in the national championship with Miami, and we're going to roll over them like how we did, just like how we did in 2021. I got news for you, my man. It's a whole different show. It's a whole different team and a whole different coaching staff. But we'll wait on that. But all I'm going to say is check that show out. That's going to be some bulletin board material for you. Yeah. But I'm out, Coach. From the womb to the tomb. It's all about the youth. I'm out, dog.
Appreciate it. Much love. Shout out to Chris King.
Yep.
Yeah, real quick, man. Probably not going to go back and watch. Not that I don't like the guys. I got other things to do. I mean, shout out to them. If they ever want to come to the kitchen, I'll cook them up a quick meal. But what's flies to an elephant? Huh? Elite Cuban Cane? Cuban Cane, what's flies to an elephant? Nathan? I'm just saying, man. You know what time it is, man. I mean, equate them to them boys at USF. You've been watching the show. The dude that didn't have anything in his hand, he's just a hype man. I want to talk to the dude that got the bag in his hand and make decisions. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, man, I'm finna bring on one of my favorite folks of all time. Man, it's my man's in them, man. God dang, it's my man's. Real quick, y'all criticizing for making the right basketball play. Tell me, okay, again, I tell you, I'm not a basketball aficionado. I'm just a true fan. I'm not even really a fan. I'm just a guy that watch when it's on. But anyway, I appreciate that. Anyway, without further ado, y'all clap it up for my man. Been a Kane fan since 1983, the year of our Lord. He even cut beard hair for tickets. Told him cut as much as you want till you get enough, just so you can sit in the Champions Club. Y'all clap it up for Get Down, Brian.
Yes, sir. Coach, what's going on, baby?
I'm good, man.
Hey, can you hear me good before I start to cook?
Yeah, I can hear you extremely well, man. We going, listen, man, before you start your sermon, Pastor, I just want to say, what do they call it, junior pastor? Yes. Am I a junior pastor? the junior
associate. You my associate in training. Yes,
sir.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I'm the associate pastor. Our little clip went a little viral, if you ask me. Now, I just want to say to you, pastor, that don't look in your rearview mirror, because one Sunday, this might be Coach Hayes' church. I just want to tell you, the devil is a liar, and Jesus is the way. But guess what else is the way? The way is to knock you out the way. And I just want to let you know, please put all 30% tithes to Coach Hayes Football at gmail.com. Yes, sir. Without further ado, y'all give it up to Pastor Get Down Brown. Y'all clap it up for the pastor.
Wow. Hey, real quickly, and more importantly than anything, the Eric Bieniemy situation.
Yes, sir.
Is a real testament. And you know, God gave us a sense of humor, but that is a real serious situation. That's why men ought to always pray before you leave your home. Cover your home.
Yes, sir.
And it's real. And see, it's so intentional. You wouldn't even know how I was going to lead off. I could have dived on that forever topic of LeBron and Mike, but I'm starting with Eric Bieniemy.
Yes,
because I'm a father. I'm in the process of being a husband again, and I definitely got a son. And it don't take God long. But anyway,
you ain't tell me that. Hold up, Get Down, Brown. It sounds like you got on up.
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
And it's from the great state of Georgia. But we'll talk, Coach. But anyway, man, that situation deserves prayer, and it deserves priority. So my hearts and prayers are with Eric. I can't imagine. I don't want to imagine his wife being shot by his son. So that means that the evil has got into his home.
Yeah.
Evil is out there rampant every day, man. That's why no matter what with me and my 3 children, we praying early before anybody get gone. And so I'll be praying for him, man. That's got to be horrific to visit the hospital and the jail. And what order do you do? Where is your heart? So that's that's a lot. Moving right along to the Ryan Clark situation. I just got fired July the 10th. And he's at peace. He's a millionaire, and I'm a millionaire in the making. And when somebody cut off your streams of income, it puts you in a posture that you really, really got to depend on God with everything. And Ryan Clark appeared to have everything set up and in order. And it was an order that they chose people to end their careers. Cam Newton, they're colorful. But one thing what God always does now, God always opened that door, the next door. Because we don't know the conversations that ESPN was having behind Ryan Clark's back. But guess who heard it? God heard that. So sometimes God will remove you from people, places, and things that mean you're no good.
That's right.
And I always got a home on Coach Hayes' podcast. And now, the biggest piece of the pie that's left is LeBron James, Michael Jordan.
Yes, sir.
Who the real GOAT? Now, I'm going to tell you what my eyes have seen. Because a lot of these Google basketball babies only go, and see, I ain't got to look at Google to say that Michael Jordan scored 63 points in the Boston Garden. Yeah. Yeah, the real Boston Garden. Yeah, the one that was 113 degrees in the red jersey with the red and black Nikes. Yeah, he scored 63 points.
Bowling.
I ain't got to, I ain't got to ask Google, did LeBron James come straight out of high school and was dominating grown men? 18 years old, started his career. And I'm not a Jordan fan, and I became a LeBron fan because so many people, like about 4 or 5 of your callers, they hate LeBron James.
Yeah.
And the great Kobe Bryant, rest in basketball heaven, he wore a shirt that said, the same reason you hate me, somebody loved me for the same reason. Now I'm gonna just, and I know you a Jordan guy, and this ain't for you.
But I'll take
one thing, Michael Jordan. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, but I would take it. I mean, like I said, I could always be coach. Coach me, coach.
Top three categories, and I ain't talking about from the bottom. Scoring, rebound, assists, LeBron James lead the NBA in that.
Okay.
Scoring leader, LeBron James lead the NBA in that. All-time leader scorer. He's behind Mike in championships.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron got 4, Mike got 6. LeBron James, and this is debatable, but the numbers don't lie. That's why he's number 1 in scoring for over 20 consecutive years without taking a break to go to the Publix or go play baseball or switch your jersey to 45 or go see how the kids doing or go get a new wife. That man been great for 20 consecutive years. And just maybe the last 1 or 2, the old footstep done got a little slower, but he's still unguardable and still tough to guard.
Okay.
Man, it's a great debate. I've seen all of them from Kareem to Magic to Bird to Sidney Moncrief to Paul Pressey to Xavier McDaniels to Bernard King. Some of these guys, these babies now that's on Google saying they like Jordan or LeBron, they never seen them.
Mm-hmm.
Maurice Cheeks, Andrew Toney, Moses Malone. They ain't seen these guys.
Okay.
Havlicek. But I'll say this, man.
Mm-hmm.
You could go Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. You could go Kobe, Mike, LeBron. You can go LeBron, Mike, Kobe. It's all in what era you from. LeBron James' greatness is inevitable. He came out of high school. Jordan didn't. Kobe did. And he wasn't no bust. He was great for so long that the baby that he came in on the rookie season holding as a young father is now in the league, and his father is still considered great at 41.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's the greatest right now. Is it Curry? Is it Giannis? Is it whoever? He's still in that conversation at the age of 41. That's greatness in itself. And in my closing, yeah, everybody got their style. I done saw Mike flop. Like you say, his tape is much shorter. I done saw him argue some calls. But the whole body of work, this is what I call LeBron the GOAT for, the game of life. He done won. At 41, he's a multi-billionaire. He been married to the same woman for over 20 years and a millionaire. Name me another millionaire that's a black man that done that. Okay, I ain't gonna wait all night. Mm-hmm. And he won. LeBron James, I can't be a black man and hate on him for my podcast or for my platform because he's won at life. He's overcame everything. Akron, Ohio, high school girlfriend. Now she's his wife, 20 plus years. Mm-hmm. Single mother, Gloria James. That man, the man up, man.
Listen, if you want to say
against Michael Jordan,
right, and here's what I'll say to you, get down to your point. But a lot of the things you talked about on the back end of this conversation is the man, right? As the person, the individual. Maybe LeBron is a better man than Jordan in that sense. And I'm not, and again, just because I said it, I'm not trying to downplay. It's just like I'm not downplaying LeBron. But when I look at the game, and I understand LeBron been playing 20 years, he's 41 and all that stuff, however old he is. And I don't know how long Jordan played, like 15, 16 years, something like that?
Yeah, something between 13 to 16 years without the break.
Right.
He came back with the Washington Bullets. Yeah.
Correct. And then in that situation, we all know there's a lot that happened in there with his father passing and how he passed.
Right.
There's a lot that goes on with that. But what I will say, because like I don't even bring up the fact, like people will say, well, Jordan stay out all night gambling, get up and still drop 63. Or LeBron to go play 18 holes of golf and then come and still drop. Because to me, him playing golf has nothing to do with his GOAT status, even though it's like, damn, that's phenomenal. But you playing around the golf versus you laying in the hotel room chilling, maybe that's how you do it. So I don't try to use that as a talking point to say he's better than LeBron on the court. The same way I won't bring up social activism off the court when we're strictly speaking ball.
To
LeBron's point and to his thing, I get it. He's been blessed to stay healthy. He's paid for his health, right? He's paid for it literally with financing $1 million or whatever it is a year. So he understood that investment. He's done phenomenal. And I guess when I look at the game, I can look at the generations. Now, here's the question you have to ask yourself, and it can't be answered yet. Because I always ask certain questions. Like I said, everything that Michael did, everybody we consider the GOAT has emulated. From Kobe emulating his game, to LeBron using the same 23 number, to LeBron being the guy that does the sequel to Space Jam. Again, I know that's minor things, but I'm going somewhere with this. I want to see the legacy of LeBron, how the longevity of the legacy versus the longevity of Jordan's legacy when they're both done. Jordan stopped playing in 2003. So we are already 23 years into still comparing him. You hear what I'm saying? We are comparing a guy that has not played in 23 years.
That's crazy. What a window. That's a great point.
Right. So think about that. Will LeBron's legacy still be talked about 23 years later? Hold on. And will Jordan fall off, or will he still be 23? So in 23 years, it'll be 59. In 49, excuse me. In 2049, will we still be saying is LeBron and Jordan the GOATs, and this dude got 23 years? I'm just saying, bro. Man. Bro, the dude, and he's got his, like you say, and I don't even get into the shoe sales, even though that is GOAT status, but that's a different marketing and all of that. I'm talking about on the court play. That's what makes you the GOAT to me. On the court, doing your due. That's me. That's my criteria. Not the, like I say, not the social activism. Because if that's the case, LeBron is the GOAT all day compared to Mike. Mike say he ain't touching it, and I think that's a shame. But that's a different criteria for a different day. And then, like I said, that mentality, that crazy, and 17. It ain't like we ain't trying to make like a Bo Jackson comparison, like where he paid. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude played 17 years.
We're not.
He's got the longevity too. I mean, like, bro, 17 years is a long time to be playing basketball.
Man, that's a lot.
Yeah,
that is. That's. Do you know how many miles that is on your legs? But you know what I think we can agree on? Mm-hmm. We're talking about greatness. We're talking about two great black athletes of all time. Correct. That's what we're talking about now.
Like, here's a perfect example. The greatest football player, in my opinion, I want to say Lawrence Taylor because I'm just a defensive guy. But I have to say Deion Sanders. Why is this? Because of what he did on the football field. Offensively, defensively, special teams. He changed the coverages. Right? Now, Lawrence Taylor. But if Bo Jackson would have played longer, like a substantial how long did Bo play? Bo played what, 4 years?
Yeah, he didn't play. I don't think he reached 6 seasons. And that's a great point. You're talking about a dual sport athlete in Deion that played 2 professional sports in one day. I don't think another athlete did that. So your answer checks all the boxes. And I'm from the Lawrence Taylor era as well. He was very disruptive. But I'm going to go on the other side of the ball. Being 55 years old.
Real quick, I'm sorry, not to interrupt you. Bo Jackson played 87, 88, 89, 90. He played 4 years. So that's different. If he would have played 14 years Well, if he would have played 12 years and Deion played 17, I could argue a little bit. But the only reason I can't give Bo Jackson, because he only played 4, unfortunately. But we're talking 17 years versus 21 years. I mean, I ain't like, is at the point, it's like, what's the difference between $1 billion and $1.5 billion? Who's richer? Yeah, the guy with $1.5 billion, but what are we talking about? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, what are we talking? Yeah. And you know what? You was
go ahead.
No, while you were saying that, and I know it's not the night for it, but I can't wait till you do it. And I'd love to be one of your on-screen guests.
Let's do it.
When we could go the greatest hurricanes of all time, position by position. And I saw number 5, Melvin Bratton, diving from the 6-yard line. I saw a young James Stewart out of Vero Beach, number 28, running out jerseys. I saw a number 1, Danielle Ferguson, electrifying. I saw Alvin Shipman, number 32. Come on, man. We could go on and on and on about the greatest.
Well, let's do it. Call me tomorrow. Let's set it up. Call me tomorrow. Let's set it up.
Let's do it, man. All right, love you, brother. Hey, go Canes. I'll call you tomorrow. We're going to set it up, man.
All right, let's do it.
Sir.
My man.
All right.
Shout out to Kit, I'm a Cane fan since 1983. And I think he's been a Coach Hayes fan since 2020, the year of our Lord. I got some catching up to do. But anyway, man, that was a fun conversation. I really was. Like I said, LeBron being the GOAT, it's just my own personal opinion. It's really, like I say, I mean, we're talking nuances here. But when I say GOAT, it can only be one. And that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I understand why other people say LeBron. I mean, he don't fight you about it. You know what I mean? But whatever. You know, I totally understand that, because some people will say Kobe. You still got people saying Kareem. You even got some people saying Will Chamberlain. Right? And then you go to level of competition. Well, who is Will Chamberlain? Right? Who did he play against? He was the biggest dude on the court and all this stuff. Well, we can say the same thing with the rule change with LeBron versus Jordan. It's fluid. It's always going to be shifting. So you got to kind of pick a criteria, stick with it, and it is what it is. When it comes to Ryan Clark, I've said my piece about it, man. He's going to be fine. All of those people that fired are going to be fine because they were well compensated. But at the end of the day, compensation doesn't always pay for your emotion, right? Because you do put a lot into it. You understand? So it'd be fine. North Carolina is breaking. I don't know what's going to happen in North Carolina, but it seems to be a lot of distractions going on up there. I know this. If Bill Belichick doesn't make a bowl game, guess what? He might be on the Pivot podcast crying because he ain't going to have no job. You understand me? And to Eric Bieniemy, like everybody said, man, prayers out to that family. I don't know what set it off, but regardless, it's unfortunate. That wife is going through and the mother of the child. I mean, think about it. We talking about Eric Bieniemy, but think about this mother. You were shot by your own child. Right? We talking about Eric Bieniemy having to go to the hospital and to the jail. It's tough. But then think about this mother. When she recovers, because she's still stable, as they say, as of now, does she go to the jail to visit? Oh my God, bro. That's tough. It's tough right there. And like I say, more things will come out about that. I always tell people, please don't see the first thing on the internet and take it as the gospel. Please make sure you try to check your sources and your facts and all that stuff as much as you can. And with all that being said, I appreciate y'all. I will not be on tomorrow. Got something very special to do tomorrow. But Wednesday, we'll be back and we'll be chomping at the bit talking about these beloved Miami Hurricane. We might be back down to like 30-something days. Might be down to 30-something days, and we're going to make it happen. So with all that being said, I appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody in the building. Thank y'all so much for y'all coming through. If you want to join the fantasy, go to the Discord. Like I said, hit me up or email me at coachhayesfootball@gmail.com. Email me, coachhayesfootball@gmail.com. I'll try to respond to you and give you all the information you need, so then therefore I can send you the link. Okay? We only got 4 spots left in the 100, get you 1,000. 6 spots in the 50 will get you 500. And we got plenty of spots in the 25. I don't nobody want to play in the 25, man. What's up with y'all, man? Huh? Oh, well. Anyway, appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody. We out of this thing. Peace. Dang. Michael Jeffrey Jordan is the greatest of all time. LeBron James going on another team. Two GOATs, two different reasons. Somebody pass me my cane juice.